Okay, I think we're here. So sorry, guys. I didn't get my device charged. That's on me. So I'm having to use some other equipment. Happy Saturday to you. I'm going to take my time. Hey, Chocolate Solution. Thank you for being here. Lady, hey, Maya. I see you on both devices. Y'all, it's Saturday. Well, I'm going to clean up. Yesterday we had, and it was delicious. Audio is choppy. Okay, one sec. All right, hopefully that's better. Let me know. Hope you all are doing well. Let me see if I can take attendance. When I refresh, I lose the chat. I saw Maya. Good morning, Maya. Thank you for being here. Chocolate Solution, thank you as always for supporting and being here. Mona is here. Thank you so much for being present. I'm not sure what everybody has planned today. I'll have a little bit of company later on. I still have some rock salt on the counter. Much better? Okay, thank you. And I'm going to pick up a few grocery giveaway boxes, and I'll make a YouTube short about that so you guys can see. All right. Yes, thank you for liking the live stream. So sit back, relax. I am going to make something I've never made before. I am going to make something I've never eaten before. So if I'm being very honest, I'm a little nervous. But what better way than to do it together? And I'm going to try it here with you all. I got the video. I saw a recipe come up on my robot device, and I was like, ooh, it just looks so beautiful and elegant, the presentation. And so I said, you know what? I want to try that. It is called a cheese Blintz. I don't even know the history, but it's like a crepe with cheese inside and raspberry sauce outside. And it just looked delightful. So I think we'll do things a little bit backwards. I've had this package here for a while. Hello, Andrew. Thank you so much for being here. I've had this package here for a while, and I want to give away some Happy Mail. You all know I have a Zazzle store. And then I'll start with dessert and coffee, and then I'm going to move slow because usually I'm ripping and running during the week. But for anybody new here, hi. I'm Maggie, your substitute teacher. Welcome to my struggle cooking class, healthy struggle cooking class. I am not a professional chef. I am not a professional YouTuber. I'm just a mom. We have 2 sons, 2 teenage boys, and I am a home cooker. I've been on my own health and wellness journey, and I'm sharing it with you all. So if you love to eat or cook or just want to watch me do it, you are most welcome here. What did I get from the Zazzle store today? Is it for me or is it for y'all? It's for me. Sorry. Okay, more stuff is going to come, y'all. I've got a lot of stuff that I've got already in the Zazzle store and more to buy. But I do like the unboxing, and I'll share it with you all. So if you all were with me when I told the Whole Food story, how I ran into the brother who was also dairy free, I made some business cards. You know how like when you make something on Vistaprint and you design it, and then when you get to the checkout, it's recommending all this other stuff you can do. So I'm actually going to get my keys and put this on here. So this is a keychain, and it has a QR code on it. And let's see, Maggie's Daily Cooking Classes. So when you scan this QR code, I didn't put anything on the back. Maybe I should have. Oops. I'll have to see if it was supposed to be double-sided. But the QR code takes you to my YouTube channel. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher, on all platforms. And when I find myself out and about or at the grocery store and people have questions, then I can say, hey, may I give you a business card? And if I don't have a business card on me, I will always have my keys and my cell phone. So I'm trying to, get a little bit more sophisticated. Maggie, the substitute teacher, is only 7 months old, so I'm so grateful to you all for helping the channel to grow. So let's see. What does everybody have planned today? What are you doing on your Saturday? The weather is changing where where I am. Y'all know I'm in the Atlanta area, and I was thinking about, with it being October 1st, there's a new pumpkin recipe I want to try. I was thinking, should we do something fall themed for the whole month of October? But I don't want to burn anybody out. I just kind of, I do cook every day, and I just kind of go where the spirit moves me. If I see something and I want it, then we'll make it together. So we'll see how this goes. We've got our QR code. So that was today's package, but more to come. I'm going to design more stuff. And Mona, let me know if your package has arrived. All right. So let me get my, I'll get my uniform on. And I think I'm going to start with dessert and coffee. I know that dude named Dave has been mentioning some coffee. So I'm going to make a coffee, and I'm going to have a piece of cake. And then we're going to make these cheese blintzes. All right. Has anybody ever had a Blintz? I never have, but I've had plenty of crepes, especially in France. I know Maya likes her coffee too, so let us make a coffee. I'm gonna get the cake out. I like my apple cake not as fridge cold, so I'm gonna get the one that I've been eating on, and maybe tomorrow or later today we'll make. That bothers me when it's not level. Oh, thank you, Chocolate Solution. You haven't had the Blintz, neither have I. And thank you for the compliment. I'm trying, y'all. Maggie, the substitute teacher. It's me, but it's also a brand, right? All right. So yes, Chocolate Solution is listening in. All right. So let's get to it. I don't know if I have any dessert lovers, but I start my day off with cake. I know. But this is my 2-ingredient protein cake. If you all were with me, I know it looks a little bit janky here, but it was a square cake, and I literally have like a quarter of it. It is applesauce and unflavored gelatin. I did put some yellow food coloring in there, and one of you all suggested we put the vanilla skinny syrups in there, so it kind of has that vanilla cake flavor. And then this is zero sugar Cool Whip on top. And like I'm always doing, that twilight sleep when you're in the bed and you're waking up but you're not fully conscious. And I was like, oh, it's October 1st. I should do some fall themed recipes. What I love about this cake, you all saw me make this Rahul Kamat. Each slice, like little slice, is 12 calories. So I think if you eat the whole cake, it's 200 calories. Of course, he doesn't frost his, but 200 calories. He is big on making recipes that could compete with a protein bar, but give you a lot more volume. But y'all, I'm continuing to lose the weight. It's coming down. It's coming down. We got a ways to go. But I'm under 20 pounds, within 20 pounds of where the doctor wants me, 80 pounds off. But I love to eat. So this cake, when I eat it with a cup of coffee in the morning, especially if I'm getting ready for a meeting or something that I need to be out the door quickly, this is kind of like breakfast for me. So I'm going to put a slice of it on a plate. Okay, not a slice, like a quarter. Let's see, do I have the small plates? I think my big spatula is still in the dishwasher. So when I take it out of the fridge, of course, it's fridge cold. but I like it when it's not like cold, cold. This is a no-bake cake. It is kind of like a sponge texture. And I got just as much frosting on there, but y'all can kind of see. So you can see kind of that applesauce and gelatin. I love it. I would eat this every day. But my point, sorry, with my rambling is that I was going to make another version of this, but instead of vanilla skinny syrups, put the pumpkin spice skinny syrups in there and maybe orange food coloring to make it look, you know, a little bit pumpkiny, if that's a word. I'm just stalling for time because I'm nervous about this recipe. But you know what? It doesn't have to be perfect. We will make it work. All right, so we'll let that come to temperature just a little bit, and I'm going to make a coffee. How do you all take your coffee? You know, I like mine light and sweet. How do you like yours? I had so much fun with that chocolate frosty yesterday. That was so, so good. All right, as always, we'll start with the mug. I've got some vanilla cream puff donut shop. I know, a little fluffy, but this is a variety pack. So this is what I'm going to use for my coffee flavor. I always start my coffee with alkaline drops, especially for coffee because it is acidic. My metabolic specialist said, you know, drink more alkaline water. You can buy it or you can make your own. To me, this saves money and saves the environment if plastic is important to you. Link is in the cheat sheet. Speaking of skinny syrups, I'm getting down to the end of the bottle with this one. We're at the bottom of the bottle. This one is one of my favorite flavors. This is the salted dark chocolate espresso. So this is basically a sugar-free, zero-calorie chocolate syrup. I use this in coffee. You can use it in ingredients. This replaces those sugary syrups that you have in the coffee houses. So you can get the flavor without the calories. All right, and then for creamer, if you can have half and half, please have some for me. I'm using this almond milk. This is the barista blend. I think this one might be a little bit thicker. If you have barista skills and you can foam and decorate and do all that stuff, all I do is pour. All I do is pour, 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 no matter what. Got coffee on my mind. I can never get enough. Oh, goodness. All right, so in here, we've got the chocolate espresso. I may need a little bit more of that, some almond cream and alkaline drops, and we are going to brew our coffee into the mug, in the Keurig. Who doesn't like coffee and cake, right? Who can have that for breakfast? So I'll show you guys. I know I was a little extra with the whipped cream, but let me show you. So when I make this cake, it'll last me the better part of a week, like 4 days. So y'all can see here, it's kind of giving us this sponge cake texture, and this is just sugar-free Cool Whip on the top as a frosting. Hmm. Hmm. so good, y'all. And honestly, I know it looks like dessert and I'm enjoying it like a dessert. However, because there's unflavored gelatin in there, it's like a protein rich cake, so it keeps you fuller longer. So if you don't have a lot of time, this is my go to. Counts as a fruit for me. Richard's watching. Hey, Richard. This time of year, y'all, I'm thinking like coffee crumble, coffee cake, so many different things we can do. So this is a little bit darker than I like my coffee. I'm like a paper sack brown kind of color, but let's taste it and see. Mm, so good. So, so good. All right, y'all. So I've wasted enough time. Let me get my uniform on. I almost wanted to sit and eat my breakfast. But we are going to, do I want to play the video? It's like a 10-minute video, but I think we should just play it and I should make it as we go. But I'm enjoying myself. Look at that. Mm. For me, taking it out of the fridge and just letting it sit for a few minutes before you get in there, it's not refrigerator cold. It's almost like a beautiful cake that you would get off the counter. All right, let's get my uniform on. That's enough. Let's find the recipe. I'm going to continue to eat on it. 1 second. I always forget to put my devices on Do Not Disturb. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, Instagram. Okay. So I did, as always, I put the link in the, y'all see my iPad and and now we got the keychain. All right, so I did put the link in the description. So let's go over to YouTube. And again, this is a Maggie kind of meal. This is a little bit extra, a little bit sophisticated, a little bit delicate. But I care about you all, and I want you to enjoy your food, and I want you to be around for a long, long time. Especially in our community, we know that's so important. So I am dedicated to making food that we can enjoy that's actually good for us. All right. So let's see. Let me see if I can find it in my history. And I'll turn oh yeah. Okay, turn what is it called? The brightness down. All right, so let me get my uniform. So this, as I understand it, it's like a 3-part recipe. So y'all bear with me. I'm gonna go slow. There is the filling, which is like a ricotta cheese. I'm not Italian. Been there. It's beautiful. But there's a ricotta cheese that is the inside. If you looked at the thumbnail and you saw that creamy cheese. And I'm like, savory and sweet. But maybe if you like a Danish, maybe you'll like this. So there's a cheese filling. So I'm going to use, I've got 2 cheese options I'll show you. I have some buffalo milk ricotta cheese, and then I have some plant-based ricotta cheese. I'll show you guys both of those substitutes. If you can have dairy, the recipe calls for ricotta cheese, which is that not crumbly, but it's kind of the smooth, curdly kind of cheese that you would use in a lot of Italian dishes, lasagna, that type of thing. So we'll make the inside. I'm okay with that. Then we have to make crepes, which are the very thin pancakes. I'm a little nervous about that. Crepes are like pancake flour cooked really thin, and then you fold your ingredients into them. I'm going to do my Maggie cake recipe, and I'm going to, try to use the big pan. What I tell you all not to do with the Maggie cakes, use a small pan so they stay the shape. I'm going to use a big pan, see if I can make a crepe. Then there's a raspberry topping that goes on all of it. So the recipe calls for frozen raspberries. I actually have some fresh, and when I saw them in the fridge, I said, I want to use these before they go bad, because I had some fresh blackberries. I bought them for the kids. They didn't eat them and they spoiled, and I hate to waste food and money. Groceries are expensive. So let's see if we can make our own raspberry sauce. So good. So, so good. I hope you guys have had a good breakfast. All right, so we have our recipe. Let's get our uniform. Oh, I think I actually printed this one out. Let me go check the printer. You all know that I have a Zazzle store, so I'm wearing the khaki today. I wanted to wear the white one, but I got some chocolate on it yesterday. So I need to wash it so that I make sure I represent you all well and represent myself well. Link to the Zazzle store should be in the description, or Mona can please drop the link. We have aprons and a variety of items and more stuff to come because the holidays are upon us. Oh, I'm having so much fun with this, and I just got some on my apron. Look at that. Oh. All right. I am going to see if I can portion down this recipe because it's just for me, because it makes 12 Blintzes. However, they said you can make these and freeze them because I'm not going to eat 12. So let's see what we do. So this is it, cheese Blintz with raspberry sauce. I'm nervous. All right, that's okay. Hey, we all start somewhere, right? I never intend to be like an expert, and you're never really a master of your craft. You learn as you go. We all start somewhere, and you try. And if it's an epic fail, oh well. So here's our apron. It's got pockets. All right. So let's see. Let's get the ingredients out. If I would stop eating. So for the filling, it says 11 ounces of whole milk ricotta cheese. Excuse me. So the whole milk is just like the full fat milk. You want all of that creaminess. I don't, cow dairy doesn't agree with me, so I'm going to show you guys what I have. Good morning, Sir Wilbert. How are you today? Thank you for being here. All right, so we have a couple of options for ricotta cheese. You know what? I don't know, Wilbert. I'm a little nervous. I saw this on my Alexa device. I have never had a Blintz before. I'm having it this morning, maybe as a breakfast. I don't know. It's kind of like cheese, crepe, and raspberries. Mm. Good morning, Urbanomics. Thank you so much for being here. All right. So if you can have dairy, then you will find your ricotta cheese in your grocery store with the cottage cheese and the yogurts and all of that. So you all know that I avoid cow dairy. So I have this right here, which is probably what I'll use. This is ricotta, but this is buff or boof creamery. So you can see here, this is one of the substitutes I use. This is ricotta cheese made from buffalo milk. I know. But I have had to switch to goat's milk, sheep's milk, and buffalo milk products. I enjoy them, but if it's, if it's a stretch for you, I understand. There's also a plant-based version. I found this at Whole Foods when I was shopping, Kite Hill ricotta cheese. So you can see this one is made with almond milk. So if you're vegan, this could be an option for you. So this is an 8-ounce package, and this is a 10-ounce package. So I think we'll go with the buffalo because I'm very curious about it. Yeah, and these, yeah. So giving you guys some options. So it says lactose free, vegetarian, and gluten free. Yeah, I never understood that, but. Oh, it's vegetarian because it's cheese. It's not vegan. I always get those confused. I am neither, but I get inspiration from all kind of diets and recipes. Eating my apple protein cake. Okay, so we're going to use the buffalo ricotta. So next ingredient for the filling, it says a half cup of confectioner sugar, and confectioner sugar is your powdered sugar. So you all know that I give you a couple substitutes for that. So let me show you what I have. I'm curious, Wilbert. I know the last time we used Swerve, you said you had a hard time finding it, but I'm curious if you ever found it. Hello, is it Devalian or Devalian Sense? Thank you so much for being here. Let me clean off my glasses, y'all. All right, so whenever you see confectioner sugar, that's just powdered sugar. You can actually make your own powdered sugar. Whenever you see granular sugar, that's the sugar crystal, so that would be kind of like your table sugar. I buy the confectioners just because. I'm not lazy, but just because. But you can actually make your own powdered sugar by putting regular sugar in the blender, or if you're sugar free like me, regular sweetener in the blender or food processor, and just grind it up dry. Don't add anything to it. And it will turn the sugar crystals into sugar powder. So you can make your own powdered sugar very affordably. Hi, Nazkat. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to see the side by side, please find me on YouTube. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and you can see what I'm doing. And hello, KR Sabia. Same to you. Thank you so much for being here. Please find me on YouTube. Okay, so for confectioner sugar, we have the Swerve. So this is an erythritol, which is a plant-based sweetener. So you can see the confectioner sugar is great for baking. You guys have seen me dust it on French toast, or anytime you want to be a little bit extra, a little bit fancy, because why be regular when you can be extra? Confectioner sugar is what I'm using. Here's my, and I'm not a professional. If I'm cooking with the sugar, which means I'm going to apply heat, I will use the granular sugar because it'll help melt down those crystals. But if I'm not cooking with it, if I'm going to be putting it in like a frosting, or if I'm going to be putting it in, I guess, a filling, I use the powdered sugar. Y'all, I left my measuring cup in there from yesterday. Time for me to get my knuckles ashy. When you have like a frosting or something smooth, you don't want those little grainy bits, like in ice cream and stuff like that. So that's when I use the powdered or the confectioners. Couple pieces left. Apple cake. It's the simple things. It's the simple things. Urbanomics is sugar free as well. You eat sugar once a week or a month. Y'all, sugar was really one of the hardest things for me to break. It was about a week to 10 days of really being cranky and ornery. I didn't know how highly addictive sugar was. But honestly, once you push past that and you get to the other side, you really don't crave it as much. Now, I still like sweet. You all see that I use all these sugar-free substitutes. I'm not the food police. Please do what works for you. But there's so much sugar in food that is not even sweet. You don't realize how much sugar we're consuming. And then when you add sweet stuff on top of it, sodas, candy, all that stuff that we all love, especially this time of year, you wonder why you're having, sugar issues. What I try to do, my metabolic specialist said everything that I eat needs to be under 6 grams of sugar. So I don't count calories or carbs, but I do turn over the label just to make sure that there's a modest amount of sugar. If I can get 0, I go with that. All done. And again, that is my apple cake. 2 ingredients, just applesauce and gelatin. It has like a foamy sponge cake texture. You don't bake it, it just sets in the fridge, and I love it. So this is what we'll use. This is my sugar-free sugar, 0 calories. Truvia is made from stevia, so this is a plant-based 0-calorie powdered sweetener. Next, it calls for 1 ounce of cream cheese, softened. I should have taken it out. You all know that I avoid dairy, so I'm going to be using my goat's cheese here. Let's see, I have this one, and then let me see if I have a plant-based cream cheese. I bought so many Kite Hill products. Let's see. Maybe we'll use this today. So I'm going to give you guys a couple of options. So you know when it comes to cream cheese, if you can have dairy, use your regular Philadelphia cream cheese. That's fine. This is one of my favorite substitutes, the Chavry. This is a soft, white, spreadable, creamy cheese made from goat's milk. So this avoids the cow dairy. Something about the proteins, y'all. I'm not a doctor, but some people struggle with tolerating cow dairy. So moving away from it has been a huge help for me. Urbanomics has a question. What is my favorite sugar replacement? Oh, gosh. Now, if you mean as far as the brands, because there's so many, y'all. There's monk fruit, there's erythritol, there's Splenda, there's stevia, there's Equal. There's things that I like and don't like about all of them. You know, stevia is very concentrated, but some of the brands have a little bit of an aftertaste. I would probably say Splenda, but you know, that's sucralose. There are some plant-based or naturally occurring sugar-free sugars, and then there are some man-made or laboratory-made sugar-free sugars, and Splenda is one of those that's made in the laboratory. So if you're going to say natural, I would probably say Swerve. If you're going to say, you know, man-made, I would probably say Splenda. That's what's in my skinny syrups. Good question. And y'all feel free to ask me whatever questions you have. It's Saturday morning. I'm taking my time. I have never made this before. I have never eaten this before. I'm just trying it with y'all. So this could be an option for you, the Chavry goat's cheese. But I did get this. So I think I'm going to try the Kite Hill cream cheese. So this is another one if you are completely vegan or want to avoid all animal products. This one is a cream cheese made with almond milk. So I think we'll do this today because I've used the Chavry many times before. Another option, you're so welcome. Another option, I would not rate it highly for my taste. This one right here I get at Sprouts Farmers Market, I think. I think Laura Chanel, this is another substitute for cream cheese. So this is a spreadable goat's cheese. However, you all know that I tell you some of the goat's cheese are a little bit more pungent than others. Some of them have that funkiness to them. Like if you like sour cream or blue cheese, this one is a little bit stronger. I wish I was a little bit stronger. Okay, sorry. Anyway, so I'm not going to put this in this crepe because this looks like a delicate flavor and I don't want it to be overpowered. So just something to consider. And then salt. So I have Himalayan pink salt. All right, so that's the filling. All right. Oh God, I'm so nervous, y'all. Now for the sauce, it's just frozen raspberries and sugar. And you notice how the sauce says granulated sugar. So I am going to get the, I'll get the Swerve out as a sugar replacement. Frozen raspberries I don't have. I do have fresh, so I'm just going to mash them down. When you're making a sauce like this, the ice crystals from the frozen actually help it to make that nice liquid drizzle, but I'm going to use what I got. So I've got fresh raspberries. I was looking for my Swerve granulated, but I can't find it. Did we finish it? So we had a spill in the pantry. Nobody's claiming it. So I'm gonna use the monk fruit, which is another plant-based 0-calorie sweetener. All right. So for this raspberry sauce, it's really just the fruit, and we're going to mash it up, cook it over low heat, and turn it into like a syrupy sauce. And then for the crepes, we're going to try the Maggie cake. So I think we have all the ingredients, y'all. Okay, so it starts with the filling. I'm just looking. This cream cheese was supposed to be softened. Okay, it's not too cold. So let's see what they say. Let's see if y'all can see this.
Version of it. Think of the French crepe. But today we're focused. A Blintz is essentially a thin pancake that's filled with either a sweet or savory filling, and it's sauteed just before serving to get the outside good and crisp. Now, most food historians say that the Blintz originated in Central Europe, but most cultures have some version of it. Think of the French crepe. But today, we're focusing on the classic Jewish deli-style cheese Blintz with raspberry sauce. And today, Lon's going to show us how to do it.
I did not know this. So this is a Jewish deli-style recipe. So I know I'm going to get this wrong, and it's probably not Happy Rosh Hashanah, but I know our Jewish brothers and sisters just celebrated a holy day, so we want to make sure that we appreciate them for this recipe.
Hi.
Hi.
So we're making blitzes today, and they can seem a little intimidating because there are a lot of moving parts to them, but they're really easy. You can stop and start at any point, so they're a great make-ahead item. And we're going to start with the filling.
All right.
I've got 11 ounces of whole milk ricotta.
Okay.
This filling is normally made.
So let me get a bowl. All right, so she says 11 ounces of whole milk ricotta. So I am using this buffalo milk ricotta, and this is 10.5 ounces. So we're just gonna go with it. And I got this Boof brand from Whole Foods. They do have a lot of buffalo cheese products. If you like fresh, what did we make that one time? Tomato and mozzarella. What is that? Pizza. Margarita pizza, all of those. Okay. So I know y'all like the close up, so you can see here it's kind of that, looks like a dry cottage cheese.
With a farmer's cheese, but that can be a little gritty. We like the creamy, mild flavor of the ricotta instead. I'm going to add to it half a cup of confectioner's sugar.
Okay, half a cup of confectioner's sugar. So we've got our sugar-free sugar. This is my Truvia confectioner, so that's basically powdered sugar. Get my knuckles ashy, I'll clean them. I left it in here. So this is a 1/4 cup measure in here. Y'all see my little phone? It's just me and my iPhone. So I need 2 of these to make a 1/2 cup. I broke the handle, or the handle broke on this measuring cup. So that's about a 1/4 cup. Need to get some better measuring spoons. It's hard to hold when you get down to the bottom of the bag. I'm noticing that. Sorry, y'all. All right. That's almost. All right, so let's take that out. All right. Chocolate One sent me a Cash App. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Y'all. I am so humbled and so grateful every time y'all come here. This is really just a labor of love for me. When I started my channel, I didn't think anybody would care, but you all keep coming and you watch and you share and you like and you subscribe and you comment, and my little channel is growing, and I'm so appreciative, and all of that is completely free. But when you go above and beyond like that, it just makes my day. So I believe that's Chocolate Solution that just sent the Cash App. Thank you. I'm so incredibly grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so we've got our ricotta cheese, buffalo ricotta for me, and powdered sugar, powdered sweetener for me, 0 calorie. And thank you all for being here. Thank you all for making this with me.
It will dissolve readily and it won't be gritty in the filling. This is 2 tablespoons of cream cheese.
Okay.
So add just
2 tablespoons of cream cheese. So you all know that I'm using my Kite Hill. This is the plant-based almond milk. Just want to try it. So the recipe did say softened cream cheese. So if you're taking your cream cheese out, get that out first and let it, come to, maybe not all the way room temperature, but you want it to be pliable. I'm excited to make this, y'all. I'm gonna taste this plant-based cream cheese. I was really impressed with the Kite Hill butter, the plant-based butter. And these are just all substitutes I use to avoid cow dairy. So y'all can see here, I'm just gonna take a little bit. Yeah, it's nice and soft. So we could put this if you eat bagels or. I do like it. It's got that nice saltiness and creaminess, very full mouth feel. At the back end, there's a little bit of, you know how anytime you have any of the nut flours, like almond flour, coconut flour, they have a little bit of that graininess in them because they come from nuts. So you taste a little bit of that. Cream cheese from milk is completely smooth. So it's got a little bit of that at the back end, but very nice. If we do our avocado toast or our salmon bagels or any of that stuff, bagels. All right, so we've got a 2 tablespoon measure. So we need 2 tablespoons of this. Oh, it's nice and smooth. I can get, yeah. All right, I'm just gonna scrape along the side. So we got about 2 tablespoons of our plant-based cream cheese. Smear this on crackers, smear this on slices of fruit. This would be a good little extra to eat with like apple slices to help keep you full. All right, so let's see if we can get this in here. All right, I need the spatula. Maggie didn't run the dishwasher. All right. All right, so we got our cream cheese, our ricotta cheese, and our powdered sweetener. Let me wait. In case I need to mix. All right.
a little bit of tang, and last up, just a 1/4 teaspoon of salt just to season it.
1/4 teaspoon of salt. know that's just a pinch. I'm gonna go get my little measuring cups and my new cookware. So we just gotta add salt to it. 1 second. Our tasty cookware has never touched the stove. All right. Is this a 1/4 teaspoon? Bad eyes, yes. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Oh my gosh, y'all, no wonder I can't find anything. I've been yelling at the kids. In my salt is my 1/4 teaspoon. God bless. Maggie. All right, just making sure this is, yep, 1/4 teaspoon. I gotta make sure I take this stuff out. It's all salted and crusty. I know you can't see that. All right, now what happens next?
Let's just whisk that together.
All right.
I'm just gonna keep stirring it until it's smooth and I can't see any lumps of cream cheese.
All right, stir it until it's smooth and there's no lumps of cream cheese. So let's move that out of the way in case the sweetener flies. Let me move my coffee. And we're gonna whisk this together. I know y'all like the close-up. So the block is the ricotta, powdered sweetener, plant-based cream cheese, and Himalayan salt for me. Let's whisk it up. I don't really have a proper whisk. I'm just gonna kind of crumble the ricotta cheese. Now to me, it already looks a little bit drier than, trying to remember, like ricotta cheese, when you buy it, it's, I thought it had a little bit of liquid in it. This doesn't. So I don't know how, let me put a towel down. I don't like that crackling sound. I don't know how smooth this filling is. Thank you, Mona. Urbanomics says, gotta go, no problem. But I didn't know you were sugar and dairy-free. Sugar-free, dairy-free, and gluten-free is how I live. You've been watching for a while. Sugar and dairy-free may be the lane for you. Sometimes it's better to go niche instead of a mass audience. Thank you for the tip. You know what? I love the feedback. I appreciate that. I am going to, today is October 1st, and I'm going to do something about it every day. I have started a cookbook. Ah, my face lit up when discussing sugar replacements. Thank you for saying that. But yeah, I have been, because you do need a cookbook, I've been collecting my recipes and collecting all my substitutions. That's what makes me your substitute teacher. And I've been thinking like what to call this, cookbook. And, healthy is so important for all of us, whether you have weight to lose like me. I used to be pre-diabetic. I used to have elevated cholesterol, and I used to have borderline blood pressure. All of that is normal now with no medication, because I've changed the way that I eat and snack. So I'm thinking something about like healthy struggle cooking, my sugar-free, dairy-free, gluten-free life. But thank you. I will definitely keep that in mind. And I think I'll do that with my titles too. I'll start incorporating sugar-free, dairy-free, and gluten-free. The only thing is that all of my inspiration, I'm just using the back of a spoon, y'all, to kind of smooth it out. We want this to be a creamy filling, and you can already tell it's a little bit drier, but it's okay. I'm just going to smooth it out. You know, the only reason why I just kind of say what it is as far as pancakes or French toast or whatever, and then hopefully it's not a bait and switch when you get in here and you're like, what is she using? All of my inspiration, because I still cook for the family and I cook regular food for everybody else. You know, even the Maggie cakes, I've told this story, the recipe inspiration came from, you know, cooking. The boys like pancakes, breakfast for dinner. So I did like Bisquick pancakes and Oscar Mayer bacon, log cabin syrup, you know, like all of that. And I'm cleaning up and I'm like, ain't this a shame? I gotta cook stuff I can't eat. And so I got a hello Monarch Travel. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to find me on YouTube, I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher. And you can see the side by side. I'm just trying to get this out of this whisk. Thank you, Urbanomics, but I definitely appreciate the feedback and I will keep that in mind. Y'all, like I say, I'm not a professional. I'm learning too. I'm a proud student of the lead attorney. I have finished his course. I'm in his mastermind. I just know I cook every day. And, you know, he's told us, those of us that are over 35, y'all know I'm 46. Next month, I'll be 47. But, you know, we have life experience that people want to know about. And I'd be doing this anyway. I've always been like cooking. I am the daughter of a retired home economics teacher. And whenever my mom was cooking, my dad just said, Maggie, in the kitchen. So I appreciate it now that I have to make life changes. All right, y'all, I think this is as good as it's going to get. I'll bring the video back. You noticed hers was a lot more creamy. I'm not going to worry about it because this is a filling that's going to go into a crepe, and the crepe is going to be kind of like pan fried in butter. So I'm sure it'll like smooth down a little bit, but I am going to taste it. Mom said taste as you go. This is just cream cheese, plant-based cream cheese, ricotta cheese, and salt and sweetener. So, interesting. Update on the Apple Watch. I got down to $0, y'all. Oh, you know what? It's on this phone. I'll have to check my app. Let me tell you what this tastes like. I don't know if anybody likes cottage cheese, but you know how they have, I bought them for the boys. All right, this is not for me, but I told you I have all this kind of stuff for the kids. Let's just look. This right here, this container is, look at this right here. 17 grams, I don't know if you can see, 17 grams of sugar. Okay. So y'all know how they have these like yogurt things and then they have like the crunchy stuff on the side. And when you open it, you peel the top and then you make like a little crunchy yogurt. Yes. Breakstone cottage cheese. I don't know what they're called, y'all. Are they called flips? There's a name of it. Either flips or dips or duos, but there's a cottage cheese version of this that's like cottage cheese on one side. Yeah, you like the key lime pie? I got the variety pack for the boys. There's cottage cheese on this side, and then on this side, it's kind of like pineapple or like strawberry jelly or something, and you put that in the cottage cheese and you make like a little snack. There's a name for it. Breakstone is the brand. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. This tastes like that. So this tastes like a sweetened cottage cheese. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so we've made the filling. Hers is a lot smoother, but again, these are my substitutes. So let's keep going. I think she's just gonna put film on it and we put it in the fridge until we're ready to make the crepes.
While we work on the rest, I'm going to pop this in the fridge, and this you can make 2 days in advance.
Ooh, I
Okay.
like that.
So yeah, hers is a lot smoother. It's gonna be all right. Y'all know whenever I make a recipe, a new recipe, I always do it their way at first. And then, thank you, Nisha. Nisha says cottage cheese doubles. Y'all know what I'm talking about, Breakstone? That's what this tastes like. So if you like a cottage cheese that's a little bit denser than yogurt, a little bit like more texture than yogurt, but you still like the sweet, that's what this filling tastes like. Oh yes, and welcome, Nisha. We have a new scholar class. Welcome, Nisha, to class. Whatever brings you all here, you're most welcome. I think you're right. Breakstone cottage cheese doubles. I think I remember now. Y'all, I used to love that stuff. I love milk and cream and yogurt, cheese and all that. But dairy just causes me a lot of inflammation, joint pain, bloating, weight gain. So I have to make substitutes. You are most welcome, my dear. Thank you for being here. Okay, so the filling is going in the fridge, and if you heard her say you could make it up to 2 days in advance. So if you want to, if you're expecting company and you're gonna throw your crepes and filling together, you can have this in advance.
Next up, the raspberry sauce.
All right, so let's make our
10
raspberry
ounces of
sauce.
frozen
Good morning, how are you? All right, so let's see what we need for the raspberry sauce. Alex says hello in his pajamas. He is not camera ready. All right, so I am using fresh raspberries, and again, she used frozen. Let's see, this is 12 ounces. What does the recipe say? Okay, I guess I'll use the whole thing. You can see 10 ounces of raspberries and a quarter cup of granulated sugar. Can I help you? Okay, so let me go ahead and open these raspberries, and I'm going to rinse them off. That was one step you can skip if you're buying frozen. But since I have fresh fruit, we just want to rinse it off. Maybe the water from rinsing it off will help us get that nice berry drizzle. Raspberries are very delicate, so I'm just going to kind of pick through them and make sure, because I can already see a few that don't look perfect. All right, so just be very delicate with raspberries. I wanted to get these. Sorry, y'all, this is a little bit slow, but I want to make sure that everything that goes in here is good. Again, the recipe calls for the bag of frozen raspberries, so you can just get them out of the freezer and toss them in. I do love raspberries. To me, they're very delicate and elegant. We're going to smash them up and make a sauce out of them. But if you make French toast or anything, that's a little bit nice presentation, raspberries are great. Do Better Podcast is here saying, happy Saturday morning. Just got back from the gym with the muscle arms. I love it. Just showing some love. Thank you for the love. Mona, please drop the link to the Do Better Podcast. If anybody, I always forget to say it, but y'all consider it, a standing invitation from me. If you have a YouTube channel, if you have a business, if your kids are behaving and you want to shout that out, please feel free to let us know what you got going on. And Mona can drop the link to your channel. Hello, Steelman. Thank you for being here. If you want to see the side-by-side, you can, I'm really picky on these. You can come over to YouTube. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. And you can find me there. Yeah, so sometimes with like fresh fruit too, you'll have like little leaves in there. So I know Mona has a channel. She's got a kids channel. We all help each other out. You all are here supporting me, so I want to support you. And we will all make it together. I'm just doing a little something special on a Saturday. Something I've never made before. Something I've never had before. Let's get the leaf out. All right, let's go to the next section. Might be a little bit light on raspberry drizzle, but I'm sure you can do this with, I've got strawberries, I've got blueberries. We have made our own jam and drizzle before. Literally, it's just, the fresh berries of your choice. And then we're going to mash them over a stove with with sweetener, and then just let them simmer and cook down slow. So I may have half the raspberries that I need. It's okay. I'm catching them before they go bad. That's how you know this is not a real cooking show, because on the real cooking show, everything is out. Maybe we'll get there one day. Everything is out, and the produce just looks so beautiful and so fresh. Nothing is ever wrong. Nothing is ever wasted. But when I was cleaning out the fridge yesterday, because I do clean out the fridge every week, once a week, I take everything out shelf by shelf, wipe it down, check the expiration dates, do all that. I saw that my raspberries were starting to, look kind of sad. So I was like, we got to get these and use them before I have to toss them, because I just tossed all of the blackberries. I was so sad. Yeah, I'm just going to call it. I hate to waste, but I'm just going to go ahead and toss the rest. All right. So I'm just going to rinse these raspberries in the sink. And let me just see what happens next. Oh, no, we need granulated sweetener, a 1/4 cup of granulated sweetener. I want to get my stove ready. So I got my measuring cup. Let me find a 1/4 cup. Now, granular is just sugar crystals, okay? So I'm using the monk fruit. So this is another 0-calorie sweetener made from monk fruit, which is a fruit that tastes sweet but does not spike the blood sugar. If you can have regular sugar, have some for me. So this is going to be my sugar crystals. Let's go to a 1/4 cup. Oh. All right. Let me get this big crystal ball out of here, because I'm right at a 1/4 cup, a little more actually. But it's okay if it's a little sweeter. And then salt. We got the salt. All right, let's see what she does.
Raspberries here, and I actually prefer frozen for this. You don't have to clean them, and as they defrost, they kind of fall apart into a sauce almost on their own. To this sauce, I'm adding just a 1/4 cup of granulated sugar and
All
just
right.
sweet.
So let me get my pot and my cooktop. Let's get everything together. And then I'm going to rinse these and put them directly into the pot. All right. So this is also in the Maggie cheat sheet. Got this cooktop from Amazon. This is the Duck's Top Induction. Just so you all can see, because you like the side by side. Nisha wants to know. No, the monk fruit. Yes, I know sometimes y'all screenshot. So Sucrin is the brand. Sucrin, you guys have seen me use their syrups. They have this sweetener. Let me show you a few other things that they have. Okay, so Sucrin is a brand from Norway. A lot of products in Europe, unfortunately, sometimes their standards are better. So this is one of the syrups that I use. So they have a syrup and honey substitute. They have a caramel drizzle substitute. Y'all see me use this on pancakes, I don't know, French toast, ice cream. So these are some 0 sugar syrups. And then as far as sweeteners, this one is the sugar granules. And then they also have a brown sugar substitute. So Sucrin Gold, you can find them. I think they should be in the cheat sheet. Let me know if they're not. Amazon or directly from their website. So you can see this is what gives us that wet sand brown sugar experience. All of these 0 calories. So absolutely happy to give you guys all the substitutes that I can. I think Urbanomics said I light up when I tell you about my sugar substitutes. And I think it's just because I really like sweet. Just because I'm sugar-free doesn't mean that I don't like sweet. I love sweet. I just got to find the sweet that loves me back. All right. Always clean as we go. And then let me, just like the wipes. And we're gonna rinse off the berries. We've got our tasty cookware that I found in the garage. Y'all remember that. All right. So let's, yeah, that should be enough. Just dry that off. Dry this off. I'm gonna go to medium low. I'm gonna rinse these in the sink and then we'll put them in here. All right. So we got a little bit of water on the berries. So hopefully that'll help with the drizzle. It's okay because she recommended frozen, which would have melted down anyway. And then a 1/4 cup of sweetener. And you could do this, you could make your own drizzle for French toast or whatever you like. And I think we were at the part she was putting in another little pinch of salt.
Did a little bit, and of course, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt to season it.
1/4 teaspoon of salt. All right. Oh, we got this right here. Himalayan pink salt is what I have. Anytime you have sweet, you want to add a little bit of salt to it. So there's our 1/4 teaspoon. All right, so I'm just gonna mash these up a little bit. The potato masher that I have is metal, and since this is really nice nonstick, I'm just gonna use the same chopper that I use for our ground meat. It smells amazing. When you break into the fruit like this, it just releases all those juices. So make your own jams, your own syrups, your own jellies. If you have fruit, especially berries, catch them before they go bad. All right, so we've broken them up. I know y'all like the close up. So those are fresh raspberries. All right, and let's see what's next.
The heat up to medium.
Medium.
I'm going to stir it occasionally as it cooks. By the time it comes up, it'll thicken slightly and you'll have a perfect sauce. This is going to take about 8 minutes. If you want to check out this sauce.
So she basically said, cook it, it's gonna thicken, give it about 8 minutes, and then you'll get your nice sauce. So I'm just gonna kind of, she said stir it occasionally. I'm just gonna move this off to the side. You guys will still be able to see. I'm gonna go ahead and put the top on it just so it can kind of simmer. And from time to time, I'll just jiggle it around. We wanna see it go from more watery to more of a thicker sauce as it cooks down. All right, so let me put the top on it. All right. And we'll keep that moving. Now, the last thing is the crepes. So I am going to make my Maggie cakes. If you're new to Maggie cakes, it's just eggs and cream cheese. I think I will use the goat's cheese for that one. All right. Don't want to burn, so I'm just going to move when I see it bubbling up. All right, so y'all see what's happening. So that's going. So we're gonna go ahead and make our crepe batter. Maggie cakes are my 2-ingredient pancakes, eggs, and cream cheese is the original recipe. I'm doing eggs and goat's cheese to stay dairy-free. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio. Starting to get excited, y'all. So this is a 5 ounce of cream cheese. I'm gonna use the whole Chèvre block. And so I'm going to use 5 eggs. 1 egg for every ounce of goat's cheese or cream cheese. So if you can have dairy, use your Philadelphia cream cheese. All right, so that's doing its thing. I'll use the big one. It's just easier to pour. All you need is a blender. All right, and I cracked 1 egg, so I lost 1 already. Ooh, y'all see what's happening? It is really thickening up. Maybe I should leave the top off. We don't want it to overflow. All right, so got 1 egg kind of cracked. Let's go ahead and use that. Drop the eggs. 1. I don't know who said use brown eggs instead of white eggs because there's less sodium. I had never heard that before, but here we go with the brown eggs. So 3, and we need 5 because we have 5 ounces of goat's cheese. And I'm just going to do this plain 2-ingredient recipe. We'll watch what she puts in hers and see if we can get as close as possible. All right, so 5 eggs. All right, so our raspberry sauce is cooking and it's thickening up. Y'all can see it's less watery, it's getting thicker. So we'll let that keep going. I didn't really set a timer. Mom said cook with all your senses. Let me clean my hands. All right, so I'm gonna put this whole block in here and then we'll see how they make their crepes. So again, this is my goat's cheese. Substitute for cream cheese. So you can see here, this is a I love this stuff on apples. This is a great, if you're new to goat's cheese and you want a good mild one, the Chavry is great. All right. All right. Just moving this around. Raspberry sauce is going well. Let's see what she does with her crepes. And then we're going to cook ours as close as we can.
Those raspberries have melted down. It's lightly thickened, and I'm just going to set this aside. Looks good. Now we're moving on to the crepes. I'm going to start with 2 cups of all-purpose flour.
No flour.
2 teaspoons of sugar and half a teaspoon of salt.
2 teaspoons of sugar, half a teaspoon of salt. So my regular Maggie cakes is just eggs and goat's cheese. So 2 teaspoons of sugar. We'll use our more of the monk fruit so that the crepes, I keep saying crepes have a sweet flavor too. This is so hard to see because they made them the same color, but we've got a teaspoon. God, that's hard to see. All right, let me just take that off. Two teaspoons, so that's 1 teaspoon. 1 more teaspoon of sugar. Monk fruit, sugar-free sugar for me. And I think she said a half teaspoon of salt. That's the one complaint I have. It's hard to see. Half teaspoon. The cookware is great. Getting towards the bottom, it's hard to get it out. Half teaspoon of salt. All All right, I think this sauce is looking really good. I'm going to turn it down. We're going to go ahead and blend our batter. Let's see if she puts anything else in her crepes.
Let's just whisk that together. And then our wet ingredients. I've got 4 eggs here. I'm going to add 3 cups of whole milk. That's a lot of milk. It is that we
Eggs and whole milk. So I've already got eggs in here, and we're not doing the milk. Let's see what happens. If it fails, we can make Maggie cakes. So I'm going to put the top on here and blend it up. Let's go ahead and, yeah, y'all can see our raspberry sauce is thick. Golly. When you pull it, yeah, it doesn't, see how it's thick when you make a little space, how it doesn't just automatically come together. So when we're kind of moving it around, the trails are nice and thick. If it was just water, it would automatically like clean up that space. So let me taste. Ooh, y'all, that is so good. Oh my goodness. This raspberry drizzle alone. Oh, so good. I'm getting excited. All right, so let's cover that. Let's make our crepe batter. We're gonna blend this up. And I'm just going to blend until all of the cream cheese is nice and smooth. You don't want it to be lumpy. I know it's weird, but it's like a flourless pancake batter. We've done it so many times. Let's move this out of the way. Very pleased with the raspberries. I was like, with the filling, but let's see. All right, I think that's good. Let's take a look. I just want it to look like batter. It's going to be more liquid though. All right. So it looks good to me. Again, if you're familiar with Maggie cakes, you already know. They will fluff up a little bit when we cook them. So I'm going to move the blade. All right. Let's go ahead and move our raspberry sauce to the back. So look at it. Even when I take the top out, look how slow it's clearing that up. Oh, I'm very excited. Very excited, y'all. All right. So raspberry sauce is done. All right. I think all we have to do now is make the crepes. So let's see how she does it.
Right, because a thin batter makes thin pancakes.
Right. Here,
Thin
whisk
batter
a
makes
little
thin
more
pancakes.
carefully. You want to make sure you break up the eggs and there are no streaks so that you don't have weird egg streaks in your blitzes. This looks pretty great. I'm going to add half of it to the dry mixture because if I were to dump all of this liquid in right now, it would take forever to work out the lumps.
Now you're working that batter pretty hard. Are you worried about over mixing it at all?
Not really. One of the nice things about using so much milk is you don't have to worry about gluten development. They're going to be nice and tender almost no matter what I do. And one of the things that keeps them tender is this butter. I've got 3 tablespoons of melted unsalted butter. This way you don't have to worry about the butter congealing and getting little butter lumps that kind of melt away and leave holes in your crepes.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like tempering the butter in.
This looks great.
I did put the butter in, but we'll put the butter in the pan.
Please.
Trying not to splatter all over the place.
As you can see, this is coming together and this is it.
And how far in advance can you make this batter?
2 days.
Wow.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
All right.
I've got a 12-inch nonstick skillet here, and I'm going to brush just a tiny bit of melted butter. I've got a tablespoon here, and it'll be enough for.
All right, so let's get our nonstick skillet. Now she's using a 12-inch. This is not a 12-inch, but I'm going to give it a try. And we will use the plant-based butter that we have. So I'm using the Kite Hill plant-based almond milk butter, European style. So this should give us some nice thick creaminess. Now it does look a little weird. I'm gonna turn this on and I'm going to melt it down. Each of these chunks looks like about a tablespoon to me. And I'll get the brush and we'll melt that in there. Who has had crepes before and how do you like them? You can have them any way, sweet, savory. In France, they do them, you can have them with Nutella, you can have them with ham and cheese, you can have them any way. All right, so this is melting down well. I'll just go ahead and let the whole thing melt down and then we'll see if the first one is too buttery, if that's even a thing. I'm going up around the side. Let me turn it down so it doesn't brown. And let's see what she does.
All of the crepes that we make today.
So a lot of times you can substitute a traditional skillet for a nonstick, but not in this case.
No, but you don't need a special crepe pan either. We're going to heat this up at medium. The key to this is making sure the pan is just hot enough and not too hot. So we're going to make a tester. I've got a teaspoon of batter here, right in the center of the skillet. And we're going to wait 20 seconds and have a look at the color. So it's been 20 seconds. Let's have a look. Ooh, and just lightly brown.
Okay, so she said do a little tester and then let's see how the color looks. So I'm using my Maggie cake batter on a non-stick. I've never done a tester, I just go for it, but I guess you wouldn't want to waste. All right, that was a little big. Oh, 20 seconds. Alexa, set a timer for 10 seconds. And then we'll turn it over and see how the color looks. You got to try that chocolate solution? Yes, I'm new to this plant-based butter too. I'm really happy with it because my goat's butter has like tripled in price. I still have it. All right, let's see what it looks like we turn over. Oh, I still have some raspberry on here. I'm like, what the heck? Alexa, stop. I think that looks good, y'all, for a flat pancake. I'll call it. So I'm going to turn it just down a little bit because this cooktop gets really hot. I'm just going to eat it. All right, so I think that's a little hot. So I'm going to go down to 3 and we'll take it off. All right. I almost want to put some of that raspberry in here. I think I will because I'm greedy. All right. Just because. Let's see if I can make a little. Turn this down. Oh my God. I needed a little bit more raspberry. It's excellent. Now, you know the crepe without the flour, it's a little bit less fluffy than a pancake, but I'm okay with it. All right, so we got our butter in here. Let me watch her make one, and let's see. Turn this down.
It's perfect. So each crepe is going to require about 1/3 of a cup of this batter. I'm just going to pour it right into the skillet. And you just want to swirl the pan and give it a
Swirl the pan around. 1/3 of a cup and swirl the pan. Where are you, 1/3 of a cup? Did I use it yesterday? Oh no. Should have done my dishes, but that's okay. I'll just use I'll guesstimate and then swirl it around. I want to try and cover everything. I'm not supposed to have holes in there, I know. All right, so I'm trying to make a thin pancake. Next time I'll pour a little bit more. Let's see what she does.
That spreads out the batter really nicely. And you don't have to worry about making perfect crepes because we're gonna fold them up and roll them over, and so you can't tell if it's a little spidery or it's not perfectly round. So,
Doesn't have to be
as you can
perfect.
see, it's starting to brown lightly. You can see the edges curling away and drying up, and that's a good indicator that it's done or really close. So let's have a peek. Well, look at that.
Okay.
This looks great. I'm not
So when
looking
it
for
starts to brown,
totally brown because
the edges need to curl up. Let me stop. Let me get a plate to put that on. I do like having the sweetener in the batter. It made the crepe taste really good. So let's see if I can take it up and see what it looks like on the bottom side. All right. I want to try and make sure all around the edge it'll come up clean. And that's what she said. You definitely want a good nonstick for this. If I can flip it over. Okay, I think it looks good. What to do with it next? Tell me. Tell me. Take it off.
And notice she's not cooking the second side.
So we're just gonna slide it onto the plate. Okay. Leave it uncooked on the inside. Okay. All right. I think I might have left it on just a second too long. Yeah, I got a little bit brown, but it's okay. Oh, y'all. Okay. I don't know if y'all can see. Got a little bit brown, but we got a very thin crepe pancake. All right. So we'll make like 3 of these. Y'all, I'm sweating. I'm nervous. Okay. So I think we're just going to repeat a little bit of butter. Brush it on. Hot, pop me. All right, let's get this out. Yes, almond milk butter. So your plant-based butter. All right. So we're gonna pour our batter and then move it around. There we go. All right. So I'm on a medium low. I'm gonna wait and let it brown. Check the underside and then flip. All right, let's see what she does while this is cooking.
make sure that it is cooked through so that when I put the next crepe on top, it doesn't stick. I'm gonna butter the pan one more time. You don't really have to butter every single time, especially if you have a great nonstick skillet. It's more insurance than anything. So I'm gonna keep making crepes till I run out of batter. It's gonna make about 12.
All right, it makes about 12, but I'm gonna make 3 crepes just for me. Just for me. All right, so it looks like it's starting to brown. I don't know if y'all can see that. See how it starts to brown along the edges? So now it's moving well. Let's check the color. Y'all, if we nail this crepe thing down, we could fill them with so much good stuff. Okay, looks good. Let's put it on a plate. Ugh. I'm gonna do another plate. I'm scared they'll stick together. We just do one side because we're gonna stuff them and fold them and they're gonna come back in the pan. Just try and get it out from, keep it shaped. All right, and I'll do one more. I'm gonna try and make the thumbnail. It was 3 crepes. All right. She said you don't really have to butter again, it's just insurance. And it's okay because they're gonna come back in the pan when we put the filling in to seal them. Just a little insurance. And then crepe number 3. Pour thin and then move the pan around so that it coats and then let it sit and cook. Okay, Hi, Dustafir. Thank you for being here. Feel free to find me on YouTube. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. You can see the side by side. All right, so she's making 12 crepes. I'm making 3. Let's see what happens
So
next.
Crepes are done, fillings out. Let's make some blitzes. All right. I'm going to start you off.
So she just stacked them on top of each other.
I mean, usually you think of a crepe, you think it's kind of delicate, it's easy to handle.
Yeah. Each blitz gets 2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons of filling. So let's get our filling out. This one is almost done. All right, so we have our filling. Mine is a little bit more crumbly than hers is nice and smooth, but it's my substitute. This is my buffalo ricotta and almond milk cream cheese. All right, so it's looking good, nice and brown. Let's see. Brown on the edges. We want to take it out. Oh yeah, actually a little more brown. I'll just put it on this plate. It's so delicate to handle. It's almost like you got to drape it on like a blanket. Okay. All right, so we have 3 crepes. Maggie crepes. Crepes. All right, I'm going to turn this off for now. I think what we're going to do is we're going to fill them and fold them, and then we're just going to put them in here to sear them, and we're done. All right, so I'll just keep that here. You guys hopefully can see. Let's see what she does.
Take the filling down in a 2x4 inch strip about 2 inches up from the
Oh, like a little burrito.
Yeah.
So we're going to get
Well, this
2
little
tablespoons
spatula
of
is
filling and put it in
perfect
as a
for this kind of
strip.
Yeah, it allows you to be.
Okay, so let's get the first crepe. Actually, I have them on plates. Okay, so here's the first crepe that we made. Mine are flour free, so this is the Maggie cake recipe. Hi, Honey Smiles. Thank you for being here, my dear. 2 tablespoons of the filling in a strip. So we've got 2 tablespoons. So we're going to get our filling, and we're going to put it, I'm just going to put it in the middle and try and arrange it as a strip. But yeah, this is 2 tablespoons. All right, so we got our filling.
Be precise with the filling in a small
Looks like
amount
she
of it.
spreads it
I
down.
spread mine out a lot more than yours. Is that a problem?
No, not at all. So we're gonna fold up the bottom.
All right.
Fold up the
on the
bottom.
side.
All right, so I guess I could spread it a little bit. Fold up, I don't know, fold up the bottom. So we folded one side with the filling in there. Let me watch her fold one completely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then
And
in the
then you
side,
just wanna
and then roll it like a burrito.
roll it up into a little 2x4 inch packet.
Okay, make a little packet with the filling. So that, careful, don't tear it. And then I made one little packet, not the prettiest, but we made it. All right, let's do the other. I know they're on separate plates, y'all. I was nervous. So clearly this is enough for a lot of people, but we'll see. I'm gonna do a little greedy filling. Make a little strip-ish. All right. Roll up the bottom. Roll in the sides. And again, this is a Maggie cake crepe, so flour free because I'm gluten free. All right. So we made the second little one. And then the last one, because I'm just going to do 3. they're good. Of course, I'll make more later. All right. Put your filling. Mine's a little crumbly. See, I'm already getting greedy. See, without even thinking, I went for 2 scoops. This could be a nice brunch or date morning or Mother's Day or, whatever. All right. So we have crepe number 3. All right. And I think we're just going to like sear them in butter and drizzle them and we're done.
Ta-da! Perfect.
Easy. So again, we're filling on the non-brown side. So the brown side of the crepe is on the outside.
Now, we're going to cook these today, but we could put these in the refrigerator covered for 24 hours, or after you pop them into Ziploc bags, you can freeze them for a month.
Oh, wow.
It's a nice dessert to have in your back
Make
pocket
ahead.
for emergency
This is a
containing.
dessert.
Emergency desserts. I like how long it takes. Oh, my Blintzes are getting better.
It's like making the crepes. The first one's always a little, and then you get the hang of it, and it's really easy. So we're just going to keep going.
If you had used a bigger
I
pan,
have 2
you would have more.
tablespoons of unsalted butter here. It's melted, and I've got the heat set at medium. I'm going to add the crepes, and we're going to cook 6 at a time.
Okay, so we're
That's
gonna
nice
cook
that they
3.
only have to make
So
it in 2
last
batches.
step, I'm just gonna wipe this down. All right. Thank y'all for being here. I just wanted to try something today. Something a little fancy. All right, so let's put the butter in here. 2 tablespoons, plant-based butter for me. Can be regular butter for you. I know Chocolate Solution was looking. Sometimes y'all like to screenshot. Kite Hill, dairy-free, plant-based butter made from almond milk. Almond milk. All right, so let's let that melt down. Oh, how about we turn it on? And I'm just gonna lay all 3 crepes in there and let them kind of seal. No dry spots. Absolutely, Chocolate Solution. I love giving you all substitutes. Okay, I think we're just gonna lay them in there until they
Which is good
seal.
if you're just about to serve dessert.
So I'm going to give
So it's
these
dessert.
about 2, maybe 4 minutes. I'm looking for them to get nicely browned.
And
2
if you
minutes,
notice, one
because
with
mine are
the-
already brown. All right, I'm gonna lay them in here. Now mine aren't folded as nicely, but I did what I could. I'll probably make more crepes on a lower heat. Kind of has a pancake because you're going to put them in the skillet. I would do a little bit under brown. Alexa, set a timer for 2 minutes. If I had done more, I could have put 2 more on the side. Greedy. Again, flour free, so it's grain free, sugar free, and dairy free. I'm gonna turn this down. Just clean it up because I'm ready to plate. I'll take a bite and let you guys go. All right, let's see what hers look like when she turns them over.
The skillet seam side down. That helps seal the seam together so the filling won't leak out.
I'm making sure to leave a little bit of space in between. That just helps them brown a little.
Blintzes me space.
Right? And you know how often we say don't touch the food after it gets in the pan? You should totally check these as you go. If there are hot spots or some of them are browning faster than others, you can kind of lose them.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and move mine over. They're not completely sealed, but they are a little bit more sealed. And I want all that butter, so I'm moving them around in the pan. Y'all can see we got a little bit crispy edges on there. All right, y'all. Let me get my plate. Just put this stuff away. Cover our filling. Put this back in the fridge. Think I'll be eating on these later. Alexa, stop. All right, it's been 2 minutes. Go ahead and turn them off. I'm just soaking up the butter. Looks good. Thank you, Honey Smiles. I was so nervous, y'all. All right, so let's see how they plate them.
Around and make sure they all look great. I'm giving this second side another 2 to 4 minutes. So let's have a peek at the second side. Doesn't that look great?
Those look amazing.
Let's get these out of the pan. I'm going to give this skillet a quick wipe and get this butter out of there. If I were to continue to cook with this, that butter would start to burn and we'd get these acrid.
So
bitter
fresh butter
flavors.
if you're gonna make more, so they don't get too
Another
brown.
2 tablespoons of butter.
All right, I think she's just gonna make her whole batch.
I'm going to get the rest of the blintzes in and we'll cook them through as well. Julia, don't these look great?
They look amazing.
Wait till you taste it. Oh, let's get them out of the pan.
You can
Okay,
tell
so
she
she's
worked
plating
extra
them?
with her plating skill.
All right, so let's get them out of the pan. Now, never worked in a restaurant. I'm just a mom and a home cooker, but I'm gonna try and make it look nice. Just going around getting that hot butter, plant-based butter. Okay, so this is what I have so far. So let's see what she does.
That's beautiful. Time to serve them up. Here's that gorgeous sauce we made earlier.
It almost looks like a little gem. That's just gorgeous. Can you imagine just pulling these out of your freezer?
She
and
only
serving
had
them?
one. Let me take
Ooh,
one
stuff
and
on
do
it.
it.
Oh, look at that filling inside.
Okay.
You can see how nice and soft it is once it gets
Okay,
heated up.
stop. All right, y'all. And here's my little hack. Get close up on the food. See how much space is around here? I'm getting a smaller plate. I'm going to do 1 crepe. We made our raspberry jelly. Let me get a non-stick or raspberry drizzle with fresh raspberries. And I did too much. Let's see. I meant to do like a nice little drizzle line. All right. We're going to do the same over here. All right. So let me take a quick picture and then a quick taste. Oh, I'm using my phone. Instagram, I'm going to go ahead and dismiss you. All right. All right, y'all. Let's see. It looks good. We're going to cut into it and see how it tastes. And then I'll do this other plate. Some with the filling, some without. Don't be nervous about getting up close on, some with the flash, some without. I take it from several angles and then I'm cutting out that extra filling. Y'all will see this on Instagram, on my YouTube community tab. All right. So we have one more to go. It's a nice little warmer. Let's cut into it and see how our Blintz came out. Sugar-free, dairy-free, gluten-free. I'll show you guys the inside. I don't know if you can see. We've got our ricotta in there. So you can see. Bon appetit. Thank you. Oh, thank you, madame. It's very, very delicate. So it's not going to just stack on the fork like a pancake. Y'all, it is very delicate. It is very mild. It tastes like a pancake with a cream cheese filling and raspberry sauce. Y'all, thank you, Mona. I was so nervous. Y'all. And like she said, you can make them ahead of time, freeze them, and then just, I hear footsteps. Y'all. I have no words. I was really nervous. Hers are proper crepes.
I love the texture of the crepe, the creamy filling, and then sort of that tart raspberry sauce.
It's so nice and bright. It just brings out that creamy filling. Oh, and the contrast with that nice crisp exterior.
Mom, these are amazing. Thank you very much. You're welcome. So to make a classic cheese blintz, start by making a quick filling using cream cheese and lots of whole milk ricotta, a simple sauce using frozen raspberries, and an easy batter using just a whisk and a bowl. After testing the heat of the skillet by making a baby crepe, make full-sized ones. Be sure to shake the pan just after you add the batter. Sauté the filled blintzes with butter, and there you have it. From Cook's Country, a fancy but very easy recipe for cheese blintzes with raspberry sauce.
Y'all, we did it. That is it. I'm going to eat and
Thanks
give
for
you
watching
my,
Cook's Country from America's Test Kitchen.
y'all, it is really, really good because this is a ricotta cheese and it's like a very mild, like she said, the tart raspberry just brings it alive. Oh my God, y'all. It's sweet and savory. Now, the one thing, I would undercook my crepes and then crisp them a little bit more. But y'all, the seediness of the raspberries, it's so good. Mm. Oh no. Oh no. So I'm going to go ahead and dismiss. I'm going to pick up some giveaway boxes. Thank you all so much for being here. Can I help you?
That looks good.
It is good. Would you like to introduce yourself? All right, so from my kitchen to yours. Oh, class is dismissed. I'm going to do the other ones. I'll put them together. Please check out the description. I do have a course, the guide to YouTube monetization. My channel was monetized in 4 months thanks to all of you all. Yeah, I need a smaller spoon to drizzle. If you're interested in how you can earn income on YouTube, I walk you through my approach. Oh dear, here's Nana. Y'all, what does mom say? Always right at the end, after your Europe touring is done. Now I qualify to do high tea and coffee parties. Thanks, Mom. If you're interested on how you can also get monetized on YouTube, I walk you through my approach. Let me take a picture of these to getting subscribers, my watch hours. Oh, it's beautiful. Honestly, 2 of them looks even better. Applying for the program. The regular price is $50, but I do have a discount code for you. Thanks, TLA. Gets you $15 off, so you can get it for $35. You can watch 1 video for free. Take it at your own pace. It's 2 hours worth of content, 15 different videos, and you can watch them and rewatch them because you have lifetime access. But thank you all so much for being here for our Blintz class. I may go live later today. I'll make a short for you guys of what I pick up at the giveaway box because I know some of y'all are interested in the grocery giveaways. But this fresh raspberry sauce, you can put this on anything. They're saying hi, Nana. Hey, Mom. But yeah, y'all, this is excellent. It's so good. Trying to be elegant, but I want to jump in here and eat my way out. So I'm going to let you guys go. Our crepes with raspberry sauce were excellent. Thank you all. And maybe I'll see you later today. Who knows? Let's see what happens.